Good evening, junkies. Welcome to eminijunkie.com, your ES Trading Mentor's free trading video for Thursday, January 21st, 2010. Today we had a total of 5 executable trade signals for a maximum potential of 17 ES ticks. This video is for educational purposes only, is intended to highlight our high probability trade setups, give you a feel for the quantity of trades taken each trading day using this approach. A full trading plan and daily live trading room can be accessed via our website at eminijunkie.com. Okay, in tonight's video, you're seeing something a little different on here. You're seeing these teal-colored bands. In our trading room, we call these Junky Bands. These are levels that are given to the traders each morning prior to the market opening, and we use these bands as areas of support and resistance. They're basically major areas of confluence from multiple time frames, and we use these in our trading approach. And as I go through this video tonight, I'm going to show you the planned trade setups that were part of, if you just took the trading plan mechanical entries without any type of filtering in the room. And then I'm going to also try to explain how these bands come into play and what we actually did in the room that was a little different from some of the mechanical setups. So this morning we opened at 34.50, and we had basically a very small gap, and we were expecting the market to range a little bit between these first two bands. So when we first started off this morning, we actually had already been ranging in the pre-market, and there was an opportunity, and actually some folks did get in pre-market and play up towards this upper band. But as we got up towards this upper band, we were looking to get short up here. Now, as far as the trading plan official entries, we did not get a signal until this point down here around 35.50. Now, we were actually in the room already taking the trade off as we were moving down through the midpoint of this zone towards this pivot point. And at the pivot, we were expecting the pivot to act as support and move us up towards the upper band. So as far as the trading plan entry, we took an entry, actually got within 1 tick of our target. Our target was hit, but it didn't trade through it, so I'm not counting it as a fill, so I'm counting this as a stop out for a 2-tick loss. But you can see the market moved down to that lower band, bounced nicely. Again, we were looking to get long in the room down at this lower band at the pivot and take off some of our profits midway through. So we had 2 trades this morning that were full winners for us that weren't accounted for, obviously, if you were just taking the mechanical entries. And then actually here was an entry mid-band, which we did not take, but that produced a full stop out for a 14-tick loss. So you can see the first 2 trades, if you were just doing the mechanical system, you lost 14 ticks straight away, and in the room we actually were playing these bands. The market actually gave us the signal to get short, and that produced targets 1 and targets 2 to the downside. And then just watch how price action, now you know this morning's price action was very fast, so you're going to see the charts consolidate, sliced right through this first level. Now this 25 level was a level we've been talking about since Monday. And on Monday morning to our room participants, we talked about if 25 breaks, we were expecting to move down to the 10 to 13 area. It was an old gap down there. And sure enough, when this market busted through this level, again in the room there was some folks that took the opportunities on some of the moves, on the break. As the market retraced, they looked for an opportunity to get in. We actually had some folks that held this earlier trade up here for a good portion of this down move. Again, not reflected in the pricing that we're going to talk about in this video, but I just want you to realize how these areas of confluence come into play. Stopped the market on the first hit down here at 19, bounced it back up towards our moving average line, and there was an opportunity to get involved there, but nothing as far as the video goes. Finally worked its way down through that band going into the lunchtime, and it went down to our next level. And again, this was the target we were shooting for from Monday had we broke 25. So there was a nice opportunity to grab this move all the way down. And then again, look how these bands come into play and act as support and resistance as price moves between these levels. And then coming out of lunch, we actually got a signal to get long. Again, after a couple moves back and forth between those bands, we got a signal to get long, and this was a nice wide swing here, and it produced targets 1 and targets 2 to the upside for 18 ticks, and then finally a trade at the end of the day for 8. So total 5 trades, 17 ES ticks. I want to thank you for watching, and have a great day.